fair, Rodham, because look at the size of that giant. He's more than 2 men for sure.
All right, well, the now former PPW champions, Sexy Giant, getting ready to step into the ring against another former PPW champions, a tag team championship, now recently restored back to the tag team champions.
The only way it should be.
Team PHAT with the PH, and now evidently there's a new member of Team PHAT, Commissioner Summers.
Not a new member, Rodham, just evening up the odds, because look at the size of that giant Paul Isadora. He stands 7'5", Rodham, 7'5", I believe.
He is the largest athlete anywhere on the West Coast. Folks, there hasn't been an athlete this large on the West Coast since Shaq left the Lakers.
Very true, Rodham, and Shaq retired yesterday, so there's only one giant that matters now, Paul Isadora.
All right, action getting ready to start as the white-collar criminal, PPW Commissioner LJ Summers, has inserted himself and asserted himself in the PPW Tag Team title mix.
You say it like there's something wrong with that, Rodham. All he's doing is making sure that justice is served properly at Fallout.
Oh, and Sexy Chino decides he could start the match against Rik Luxery, but no, he's tagging in the giant Paul Isadora, and Rik Luxery has no idea that the giant's standing right behind him, and he wants no part of Paul Isadora. I'm not sure if anyone wants to step in the ring against Isadora, JLH.
Well, you know something, Rodham? I learned one thing from watching the movie Roadhouse, and the only way to take a man like this down is right in the knee, and it's time for right now for Jake, the Riot Diaz, to go for the knee.
Well, folks, we've already had controversy here tonight at PPW Fallout as Commissioner LJ Summers made 3 command decisions, JLH.
Great decisions.
First, he stripped the Sexy Giant, Chino and Paul Isadora, of the PPW title, then gave it back to Team PHAT with Rik Luxery and Jake the Riot Diaz, and then his third command decision was inserting himself in the title match and making this a 3-on-2 handicap match.
And here's the thing, Rodham. It all hedges on what this giant can do, because Sexy Chino is going to be a non-factor in this match, much like he's a non-factor in everybody's lives.
One thing's for sure, with that giant Paul Isadora in the ring, any match can become a handicap match real quick, because he might send you home in a wheelchair, JLH.
That or a body bag, Rodham. Look at those tights. I think he got those at the correctional facility he was staying at over the week.
They do look prison issued.
Look at this.
Released from the Fresno County Jail due to overcrowding, the giant Paul Isadora, and Rik Luxery wants no piece of him.
Can you blame him? Can you blame Rik Luxery for having a brain and wanting to stay away from a guy as large as the giant Paul Isadora?
Folks, the PPW Tag Team titles are up for grabs as the white-collar criminal who somehow through his latest power trip, Commissioner Summers, has inserted himself, sticking his nose where it doesn't belong, into the PPW Tag Team title chase.
You keep saying that, Rodham, like you know what it's about to run a company, to make command decisions. He asserted himself. He didn't just insert himself.
And here comes one of the most popular superstars of the PPW, Sexy Chino, almost getting the 3 count against Commissioner Summers.
Let me tell you something. Sexy Chino, wearing the Pokemon gear, has got one thing working against him, and that's the fact that he has no talent compared to that of the white-collar criminal LJ Summers.
Well, one thing's for sure, he's got the dance moves, and it's driving this capacity crowd here at PPW Fallout wild, JLH.
Let me tell you something. The only guy I know with dance moves is Danny Salas, and those aren't even that good, Rodham.
Now the giant Paul Isadora back in the ring, dishing out the punishment. He says, all right, LJ Summers, all right, Commish, you want to put me in a 3-on-2 match? Wow. You're going to regret that.
Ay, ay, ay. This giant is dangerous, Rodham, no matter where you put him in the ring.
And what a great teamwork between the giant and the Sexy Chino, with the big body splash going for the 1-2-3 kick out by Summers.
Sexy Chino light wrapping up LJ Summers in a beautiful
and here
small package.
1-2. Oh, that looked like 3. Maybe a slow count from our referee.
Wow, look at that hammer over the head of LJ Summers.
Sexy Chino, a mat technician, struggling to let the white-collar criminal. Oh!
Wow. The last time he simply lifted something that heavy, it was a gallon of milk, Rodham.
Oh, and now LJ Summers, the commissioner who made this match, wants a timeout before sucker punching the giant Paul Isadora.
Rik Luxery is going to come in this ring, and he is going to show this giant Paul Isadora how it gets done properly.
Doesn't look like Rik Luxery even wants to step foot in that ring against the giant.
You keep saying that, Rodham. He wants him just as bad as the next guy. He's just giving the Giant a chance to relax a little bit before he takes a pounding.
What's in the ring? Why is he standing on the apron?
Look at this
yelling
right here.
at his tag team partner for tagging him in.
Great ring leadership, Rodham. Great ring leadership. You got to be aware of where you are at all times.
One thing's for sure, he's a cagey, wily veteran. This Rik Luxery.
Look at that now. He's going to have a height advantage over the Giant. You don't see that too often in pro wrestling,
You don't
Rodham.
see a test of strength like this. The Giant, Paul Isadora, the largest athlete in PPW.
Whoa! Now look at that.
Rik Luxery, you want to be cute in the ring? Well, I'm going to throw you down from the second row.
Flagrant close fist, Rodham. The referee, Ron Bacardi, needs to step in and do something about those hammers from the Giant.
I don't think Ron McCarty wants any piece of this Giant Paul Isadora. And that's a slap that you can hear resonating throughout the arena.
That guy right there just made history with that chop, Rodham.
Oh, and it's Sexy Cheetah doing the Pokemon dance on the face of Rik Luxery.
He's going to have a luxury handprint on his chest after that, Rodham. Paul Isadora means business.
Able to overtake Sexy Chino and tag in his partner.
Wow, great.
Jake the Riot Diaz, now brought down by a toe hold maneuver by Sexy Chino, who likes to really ham it up for the fans, JLH.
He's getting cocky, Rodham, and that's his problem. That's what costs him matches, is that pandering to these Fresno fans.
Well, I tell you what, with a tag team partner like the Giant Paul Isadora, you can afford to be a little cocky. And as former PPW champions, this crowd not only loves but respects this team as they team up for the double clothesline. That's great teamwork.
As I noticed this, Rodham, Bacardi is not counting this guy out at 5, and there's a rule in wrestling. You got to be out of that ring by 5 seconds.
Jake the Riot Diaz, one half of the new and former PPW Tag Team Champions, Team PHAT, or tonight at Fallout, he's 1/3 of the PPW Champions.
Yeah, well, looks like this is a 6-man too, Rodham, because referee Ron Bacardi looks like he's on the side of Sexy Chino and Paul Isadora.
Jake the Riot Diaz in the pro position. Oh, and here comes Sexy Chino.
This referee is not doing anything about the flagrant cheating on that Sexy Chino, Rodham.
Oh, and just as Chino was about to take advantage, he's kicked in the back by Commissioner Summers, and what a suplex.
Beautiful implant suplex.
By Jake the Riot Diaz. And now they're going to throw the smallest wrestler in PPW into their den. He's in the Lion's Den, JLH.
Right where he needs to be. This kid needs to be toughened up, Rodham.
And the KG veteran, Rik Luxery, he doesn't care how he wins. He cares if he wins.
Here we go now. Here's some great ring technicianship right here, Rodham. Making that referee work on behalf of the Giant to get the job done on the other side.
Rik Luxery is nothing if he's not a ring general. And now he tags in the Commissioner, LJ Summers, the white-collar criminal. And Sexy Chino's in trouble if he can't find the Giant Paul Isadora to tag.
Look at this now. LJ Summers showing him who the boss is of PPW.
And look at that. Mocking the Giant Paul Isadora by putting the hand of his tag team partner in his
Luxury
face.
to the top now.
Only to pull it away, and here's Luxury off the top rope. Oh.
Beautiful move, Rodham. Showing him he doesn't need to do anything to beat him.
Well, I tell you what, this Sexy Chino, not very big, but he sure is a tough little guy, was able to kick out at 2. Oh, and here comes the Giant, able to reach over
this
and
Giant
help save his tag team partner.
Anybody in the business, Rodham.
Rik Luxery now in control of this PPW Tag Team title match.
Beautiful snap neck breaker.
Taking full advantage of Sexy Chino, the smallest yet one of the most acrobatic and exciting fan favorites in piledriver pro wrestling. As you can hear the Chino chant start here in the PPW arena. These fans love that little guy, JLH.
There's more people here than live in Chino, California itself, Rodham.
And now Chino, with a little help from the fans, tries to get up until he's yanked down from the hair by Rik Luxery, who tags in his partner Jake the Riot Diaz, and quickly now the Commissioner LJ Summers is in the ring, teaming up on Chino.
The teamwork between the three of them, Luxury, Summers, and Diaz, is unbelievably sound.
And what a backbreaker between the white-collar criminal and the Riot, Jake Diaz. And fortunately,
this Giant's got to get out of the ring.
The Giant's able to come in and save him before we might have seen a 3 count there.
I'm going to tell you, this Giant's pushing his luck as far as being able to be called a fan favorite when he's breaking so many rules, Rodham.
of course, Sexy Chino, the little big guy in the ring. The fans here love him, and his tag team partner, Paul the Giant Isadora, trying to get this capacity PPW crowd to give him some encouragement, and apparently it's working as he goes to the ring. Oh no! He's taken down by Jake the Riot Diaz. Just when you thought that Sexy Chino was going to make it out of that corner, just when you thought he was going to find a way to tag in the Giant, Paul Isadora, that resourceful Jake the Riot Diaz is able to corral him and bring him back to the corner where these three ring generals are teaming up and really showing what teamwork is all about. Of course, it helps when they've got an extra man in their corner, JLH.
It totally helps. And here's the thing, Rodham, you keep saying extra man, but he is only matching up to the size of Paul Isadora.
And now Jake the Riot Diaz.
And wait a minute now. We got some fan here at ringside doing something he's not supposed to be doing.
Some serious punishment on Sexy Chino. As one of the fans wants to hand Paul Isadora a chair, the Giant says, I don't need a chair, I just need to get in the ring.
That Giant doesn't need a chair, he needs a lobotomy, Rodham.
And what a suplex we just saw from Rik Luxery. Going to 360
beautiful
off
moonsault miss off the second rope. I don't know what Diaz is going to do right here, but he better recover fast, Rodham.
He thought he had Sexy Chino out for the moonshot, but no, there's a neck breaker.
Running neck breaker, beautifully executed by the Chino Kid. He needs to make a tag right now, Rodham.
Sexy Chino, does he have enough strength? Does he have enough injury or energy, if you will, to reach over and tag in his partner, the Giant Paul Isadora? Evidently he does, with 3 drop kicks in a row.
This is unbelievable action here in the PPW, Rick Rodham. Right now, look at this. We're going to get a double.
Chino going for a double DDT. And look at the commissioner, LJ Summers, as the Giant Paul Isadora finally makes his way back to the ring with a head of steam, JLA.
He hasn't had a tag yet, though, Rodham. He's in there with no business.
It looks like, I'm not sure what referee Ron McCarty is thinking, but it looks like rules have been thrown out the window. All 5 men in this tag team title match are now in the ring.
Wait a minute.
Could be double choke slams.
Wait a minute. Whoa, holy smokes. He sends both men outside of the cold hardwood floor.
The power of the Giant Paul Isadora as he raises his tag team partner, Sexy Chino.
This referee's not laying a count out, Rodham.
He's tagged in, and here comes Sexy Chino standing on the shoulders of Giants. What are we going to see here?
15 feet high.
LJ Summers who flips him over, pulling the tights.
Wow. What a finish, Rodham.
With the benefit of outside interference from Rik Luxery and Jake the Riot Diaz, and perhaps a pull of the trunks, the commissioner, LJ Summers, has given the tag team titles to Team PHAT, and boy, the Giant Paul Isadora, he doesn't like this one bit, JLH.
Those titles are right where they, wait a minute now, Rodham, whoa, wait a second here.
Biting the hand that feeds him, throws the commissioner in against the Giant,
I don't understand what's going on here, Rodham. Rik Luxery's got a lot of explaining to do.
And the commissioner, after single-handedly handing the tag team titles to Team PHAT not once but twice tonight at Fallout, has been thrown out of the ring by Paul the Giant Isadora and fed to the wolves by his own partner, JLH.
This changes everything, Rodham. Let me tell you something right now. LJ Summers will not stand for this kind of transgression at all.
Folks, we're off to a great start here tonight at PPW Fallout, and we still got 2 more titles on the line. Later tonight, it's the Golden State Championship. As you can see, the Giant Paul Isadora taking his fallen partner,
taking out the trash,
Chino, on his shoulder as he goes out to the ring, and these fans giving a round of applause.
The recycle bin's that way
for the Sexy Giant, the former PPW champions.